I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in May of 2014. I've actually been in 5 clinical trials since I've started. I take it a day at a time, I think.
And we just keep going.
That's it.
And it is often a roller coaster, but we just keep going. And our good friend said that we live between the moments, and that's what we've been trying to do every day.
But there have been so many good moments.
There have been so many good moments.
Pancreatic cancer is a very devastating disease. It kills around 48,000 people per year in the United States, and worldwide around 300,000 people.
We have collaborated with Dr. von Hoff and TGen in many projects over the years. Dr. von Hoff is really a pioneer in pancreatic cancer research. I don't think there is a drug that has been approved in this disease that was not developed very, very closely by him. What makes TGen very special is that it's the talent of the researcher and the staff that works in that particular institution. I think that the resources that they have that are really unique.
We now know that even when patients are diagnosed with very advanced pancreatic cancer, there is a chance for survival. That has not been seen before.
That's why we're taking it into the clinical trial.
One of the most exciting ways in which we can demonstrate all of the success that Dr. von Hoff and his team have had is simply by introducing some of his patients, people who have far outlived the original expectations when they were first diagnosed. Howard Young, now 14 years after diagnosis, is expecting his first grandchild. And Elizabeth O'Connor, given just a couple of months to live, is now just doing great and continuing to raise her family.
One of the best moments that we ever had was being able to celebrate our 35th anniversary.
Yes, that is a direct result of Seena Magowitz and their funding of your trial. Because without that trial and without Seena Magowitz Foundation, we would not have celebrated that incredible anniversary this past December.
It was wonderful.
It was actually one of the best days of my life.
One of the projects that was funded by the Seena Magowitz Foundation and by the bedding industry was the trial of nanoparticle paclitaxel plus gemcitabine. This regimen that started from that funding went into a major clinical trial in more than 800 patients worldwide, and it improved the survival for patients with pancreatic cancer. This is now the most commonly used regimen in the entire world for patients with advanced pancreatic cancer.
The grassland study funded by the Seena Magowitz Foundation is a great example of how philanthropic support to an investigators group, in this case the TGen and the group led by Dan von Hoff, is making a difference for patients these days. There is a substantial number of patients that we call have a complete response. That means the tumor is completely gone a few months after they receive treatment, and we haven't seen that before.
Baseball, it's a game of a lot of failure before you succeed. And you have to be in a situation where when you deal with those failures, you don't give up, you keep trying. You need to be persistent with trying to beat cancer, but then all of a sudden you're in a spot where you get beat a little bit, but then if you give up, you're defeated, and you need to bounce back and continue to battle.
It all depends on funding, though, no doubt about it. The best scientists need dollars to do the work, and the best clinical trialists need funding for the research nurses and the pharmacists and all the work that has to go into a clinical trial. So funding is really key to advancement.
Let's face it, the way we make progress is by doing research, and research is expensive. So the support from the community and the support in institutions like TGen that are conducting premier research is critical.
We have for the first time 3-, 4-, and 5-year survivor statistics. That's why we need your support today, to continue the development.
Strides are being made, but we need your help. So anything that you can do to contribute from a financial perspective, from a time perspective, from a leadership perspective to help defeat this disease would be greatly appreciated. And we're here just sort of pleading for you to please do so.
You can see we're just anxious to try the next thing rapidly. Can't do it without funding, that's for sure.
I think Seena Magowitz and TGen gave us two gifts. They gave us the gift of hope, and they gave us the gift of more time together.
Thank you for your leadership in taking on this disease. There's no doubt in my mind it can be early detected and prevented and cured. We need your help every step of the way.